Hi, I'm Ruth Rathblott, the President and CEO of the Harlem Educational Activities Fund, or HEAF as we like to call it. At HEAF, college is definitely the rule. So for the past 7 years, we've organized an event called College Decision Day, where we've brought together college access organizations from across New York City to celebrate our high school seniors and their important college decisions. It's been a wonderful event in person that we hold at the historic Apollo Theater in Harlem, where over 250 students get on stage to announce out loud their college decisions, and they're met with the cheering audience. Unfortunately, 2020 is unlike any other year. It's unprecedented. We recognize that many things in your life have been canceled or not happening in person. And so we wanted to rethink and reimagine, what could a celebration look like for you? How could we really truly celebrate your hard work? How could we recognize your college decisions? And how could we invite some really important people to a virtual event to give you some advice and provide you with some thoughts on next steps? So we created this virtual event for you. And we've invited Ron Claiborne to once again MC the event like he does every year. Ron is a journalist. He's a former anchor at ABC News, and he's also a really great friend of HEAF. So I thank you for tuning in tonight. And to high school seniors, we celebrate you. We recognize this is one important step on your educational journey. And we also know that you're going to have many more educational opportunities to celebrate, and we will be with you the entire time. So Ron, we welcome you and thank you for your participation. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it is my pleasure, it is my honor to be hosting the first ever virtual College Access Program College Decision Day event. I'm hoping it'll be the last ever done virtually, but because of obvious reasons, pandemic, coronavirus, we had to do something different this year. As Ruth said, that normally we would be meeting in person to applaud our seniors as they announce their college decisions. The last few years we've done this at the historic and famous Apollo Theater in Harlem. But this year we cannot do that. This year our event is a little bit different, well, quite different. Decision deadlines have been pushed back and the factors involved are even more numerous for these students than usual. This year we've created our College Decision Day website where students and organizations can post about their college decisions and you can share your congratulations with the high school seniors and the organizations. Simply post a message on Twitter or Instagram using the hashtags DecisionDone and CollegeBound and include your words, your images, your videos on our social media board right here on this website while you are watching the video. You can also post directly on the board by clicking the Submit Photo and Video button at the bottom of the page. Scroll down, you'll find it there at the bottom of the page, and let our students know that you are celebrating their success and appreciate them at this momentous occasion in their young lives. Now, throughout the program, you'll learn more about the college access programs participating in this year's virtual event and get to hear some incredible and useful advice from some key influencers, actors and athletes, business leaders, media personalities, educators, even a retired 4-star Army general who later became United States Secretary of State. I'm not going to give away his name at this point. You can probably guess, though, who it is. He's been in the news quite a bit recently. It's a tremendous turnout of people who themselves have overcome challenges and risen just the same to the top. And we have a very special musical performance by Phi Higginson's Sing Harlem Choir. But the thing that I'm most excited about is hearing from the seniors themselves. I love to hear from the influencers. I love to hear their advice. But this event is for and about the senior class of 2020 and in their own words about what this year has meant to them. Very strange year, how they've overcome it and what their goals and dreams and aspirations are for the future. I remember myself being exactly at this juncture in my life. It was 50 years ago this year. I was graduating from high school in Los Angeles and on my way to Yale College, which is why I'm wearing this shirt, where I graduated in 4 years. I went on to graduate school in journalism at Columbia University and for more than 40 years, I was a professional journalist. But going way back to the spring of 1970, I was just another nervous high school student about to graduate with no idea what the future would bring. The whole world is in front of this class. God, I wish I could be there with them. But first, let's learn a thing or two about two of the participant organizations that we are celebrating today, along with their senior class.
At Beam, we believe every child deserves the opportunities that a top-notch education offers. Our society will be more innovative and prosperous if more of our youth have a pathway to careers in science, engineering, math, and computer science. Beam's 39 seniors were accepted to more than 90 colleges, and at least 24 are planning to major in a STEM field.
The Bridgehampton Child Care and Recreational Center serves the community's youth with education and enrichment programs. This year, the organization has 5 graduating seniors who, combined, have been accepted to 17 colleges and universities and received well over $100,000 in scholarships.
And now it is my pleasure to introduce really a man who is a hero and a role model to me. I followed his career for many years. Our first speaker, Robert Smith, the founder, chairman, and CEO of Vista Equity Partners, and quite a resume he has. Let me just run it through very briefly. He was born in Colorado to parents who were both had doctorates in education. He trained as an engineer at Cornell University in upstate New York, in Ithaca. He earned a BS in chemical engineering from Cornell before going on to get an MBA from the Columbia University School of Business. He earned 2 United States and 2 European patents at Kraft Foods before going on to the famous investment banking firm Goldman Sachs, where he ultimately became the co-head of enterprise systems and storage, in addition to managing equity capital commitments of over $57 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars at Vista. Robert Smith is the founding director and the president of the Fund 2 Foundation, which is dedicated to preserving African American experience and safeguarding human rights. Mr. Robert Smith.
To all the graduating seniors who are declaring their college choice, congratulations. You have done yourselves, your families, and your communities proud. I still remember watching my father the day he earned his doctorate degree. That night, we had a party at our house, and the whole neighborhood came out to shake his hand. At one point, there was a line outside the door. At the time, I thought, wow, my dad sure is popular. Only much later did I realize that our neighbors weren't just there for my father, they were also there for themselves. You see, his accomplishment belonged to our whole community. And the same is true for you as you set out on your college path. We all get to take a little bit of credit in what you have achieved. Now listen, I know that you're starting this journey at an extremely uncertain moment. You don't even know if you will start your freshman year on campus or remotely. That must be incredibly stressful for you. And I know that we are celebrating at a time we are grappling with deep feelings of grief and anger for the racial inequities we've seen in places like Minnesota, Georgia, and many other states in the U.S. All of the emotions you're feeling right now are natural and normal. Even anger can be a powerful tool if directed in positive ways. But what you must avoid at all costs is a feeling of helplessness to change the world around you. You are anything but helpless to end the cycle of fear and violence. You are anything but helpless to fill your communities with compassion, creativity, courage, and love. You are anything but helpless to reimagine and repair the world. If you feel anger right now, channel that anger. If you feel like you're on fire, make that fire a bright light that shines on the dark corners of our society. Today, you are making a profound decision. You're not just choosing a college. You're choosing a path to a future of unlimited possibility. You're declaring your intent to be part of something bigger than yourself. You're daring to dream far bigger than many of your parents or grandparents were able to do. At a time when so many are retrenching out of fear, you are choosing to move fearlessly forward. Martin Luther King Jr. famously said that the arc of the moral universe may be long, but it bends towards justice. What he didn't say, but what you need to know, is that it doesn't always bend on its own. Sometimes it takes a whole lot of people to keep pushing it. That job belongs to you. I'm so proud of you. We all are. And we need you to be great. Congratulations and good luck.
Some really important advice from Robert Smith there, especially given what we've all been experiencing going through these past few weeks. And now let's learn about another of the partner organizations and its seniors.
The mission of the First Tee of Metropolitan New York is to impact the lives of young people by providing educational programs that build character, instill life-enhancing values, and promote healthy choices through the game of golf. The organization's 17 seniors received acceptances for more than 100 colleges and were awarded scholarships totaling $550,000.
And now Pulitzer Prize, Grammy, Emmy, and Tony Award-winning composer, lyricist, and actor Lin-Manuel Miranda with advice for high school graduates everywhere. Lin-Manuel?
Hello, 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 class of 2020. I'm sure this is not how you imagined graduation. You all worked very hard to get here. You had high expectations of what this moment would be, and the world turned upside down. Hopefully when we climb out of this, nothing you ever face will be quite like this again, but there will always be curveballs. Life's biggest moments rarely happen as you envision them. But even when our best laid plans go awry, we can adapt and rise to the occasion. I know from witnessing the art you've created, the service projects you've already pioneered, and the level of civic engagement you've already demonstrated that you as a class and as a generation coming to adulthood are going to be able to surmount the challenges that come your way. Keep working together to find the solutions. Stay curious, stay engaged, stay compassionate, blow us all away. And right now, in this moment, feel proud of what you've accomplished. I'm proud of you. Congratulations on your graduation, class of 2020.
So great to hear from Lin-Manuel Miranda, who was born and raised and still lives right here in New York City, like so many of the students that we are celebrating here today. His commitment to the arts and education really is unparalleled. We turn now to two more of the college access programs and partners to learn more about their mission and about their high school seniors who are graduating this spring.
The Harlem Educational Activities Fund has been changing the lives of young people for 31 years and counting. 100% of HEAF students graduate from high school, and 83% go on to earn their bachelor's degree. The organization's 43 seniors received acceptances from 212 colleges and were awarded financial aid packages totaling over $500,000.
Hunts Point Alliance for Children focuses on ensuring all Hunts Point residents have access to academic, social, and mental health tools and support through high-quality programs and services. The Hunts Point Alliance for Children celebrates our two graduating seniors, Funmi and Ronal. Funmi is pursuing a career in medicine, and Ronal is considering studying mathematics.
Our next piece of advice for the College Access Program's class of 2020 comes from NFL coach, one of the very successful NFL coaches, the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, Andy Reid, with more than 200 wins in his career as a pro football coach. I think he knows a thing or two, well, about success, about assembling a plan, about the perseverance to stick to that plan and make it work, and especially about the value of teamwork to succeed. Let's hear what Andy Reid has to say to our graduating class.
Class of 2020, you are unbelievable, man. You have overcome complete chaos with the COVID virus. But it's something, listen, that's going to make you even stronger in the future. I'm so proud of you. You are the future of this country. Now you have an opportunity to go to college. I had the privilege of going to Brigham Young University, and I played there, and it's something that's built this great foundation for my life as I've gone forward as the head football coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. And listen, it's led me into the opportunity of being a world champion, man. How awesome is that? It's something that we dreamed about when we went to college. Have dreams. Believe, man. You've done great things, and you are the future. Take care.
Our congratulations to the Super Bowl champ Kansas City Chiefs, by the way, and talk about a winning spirit. Let's talk about a strong spirit. It's hard to top the enthusiasm of our next guest, who she was born in the Dominican Republic and raised in Harlem. She has a real love for the work of our partner organizations and the accomplishments of this year's graduating class. She's a graduate of NYU's Tisch School of the Arts. She studied at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, as well as the famous Stella Adler Studio. You might know her from Steven Spielberg's movie The Post, which I enjoyed very much, and Fox's reboot of the 24 franchise 24 Legacy, currently working on an Apple TV series and soon to appear in Amazon's new film called Chemical Hearts, actress Coral Peña.
Hello, class of 2020, and congratulations! You should feel so proud of yourselves. I remember when I was your age and I had just graduated high school and I was off to college, and I had a moment to reflect on what got me there. And I grew up in Harlem, I grew up in the projects, and a lot of those really difficult things shaped the person that I ended up becoming. And as difficult as they were, I would not trade them for the world, because I'm very proud of myself. And you should feel so proud of yourselves to have gotten where you are right now. And I know that it's not the most ideal time to be graduating with the pandemic, but in some ways, I think you will look back at this moment just like you are now, looking back at your life and what got you here. You will look back at this pandemic and realize it shaped the amazing person that you've become, the resilient person that you've become. This is amazing, and you should feel so proud, and nothing should stop your celebration, because that's what this is. So congratulations again. And I mean, this is amazing. Great job, guys.
Let's Get Ready provides high school students from historically underserved communities and first-generation to college students with free SAT preparation, admissions counseling, and other support services needed to gain access to and graduate from college. More than 2,000 seniors exchanged 251,342 text messages this year while working toward their college goals.
And now it is a distinct honor to introduce the 65th United States Secretary of State, a man whose career I have followed for many years and met him on a few occasions. A very impressive individual indeed. As I mentioned before, very much in the news lately. Retired former 4-star Army general, and so far the only African American ever to serve on the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Colin Powell. General Powell.
Hi everybody, congratulations on your acceptance to college. I'm so proud of each and every one of you, even though I don't know you. Just I know you as a group. I know how hard you've worked for this. I know the obstacles you've faced, because I went through that as well. I graduated from, high school, must be 60-something years ago. And I went to college. And I didn't go to a fancy college because, one, we couldn't afford it, and two, I couldn't have gotten in. And nevertheless, I found that the high school education I had received had helped me enormously. As I went then to the City College of New York. And at the City College of New York, I studied geology And I also studied ROTC, which allowed me to go into the Army. And the Army became my career. All of you will find a career somewhere in the next 4 years. And that career served me well. I went from being just another kid from the South Bronx section of New York City, an immigrant family, my parents were immigrants, and I ended up being chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, National Security Advisory President, and Secretary of State of the United States of America. How did it happen? It happened because I started out with a fairly good high school education. A high school education that led to a quality college education. I wasn't a genius, but I worked hard, I studied hard. College was challenging for me, but I did my very, very best because my parents expected it, and because my teachers expected it of me, and because by the time I got into college, I realized I had to expect it from me. So you're at that stage of your career where you have to study hard, pick out what it is you want to study for the rest of your time. Pick out something that you love doing and you do well. That's how I got in the Army. I loved it and I did it well. So I'm proud of what you all have been able to do. I'm proud of your parents. I'm proud of the organization that you belong to, who have given you the motivation and the incentive to do this. But now it's up to you. It's up to you to make that leap from high school to college and make sure that when you get into college, you do your very, very best so that you make yourself proud, but above all, your parents and your teachers make themselves proud of what you have done that they have helped you accomplish. So my congratulations to you all. I wish you all the very, very best in college. And remember, it's all up to you.
Truly some empowering and encouraging and inspiring words from a man who is a role model for so many of us. You may have noticed that General Powell was wearing a Colin Powell School for Civic and Global Leadership shirt. That is the social science school at the City College of New York, if you were curious. I think any speaker would have a hard time following that address, General Powell, quite an act to follow, except maybe for this group we have coming up next. A dozen seniors from across college access programs in New York City and the surrounding area. Well, they met for the first time only a few weeks ago, virtually, of course, not in person, to plan their commencement speech for this virtual event. They attended different high schools. They are part of different programs, and they are off, of course, to different colleges and universities in the fall. But they quickly bonded over this assignment, their commonalities. They supported each other in their differences. And together they wrote one amazing commencement speech. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present members of the high school class of 2020.
We were born during the wake of September 11, and we are graduating during a pandemic that has changed everything about the way we interact.
Our lifetime has been punctuated by major events that shape who we are and who we want to be.
School shootings like Sandy Hook and Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. Natural disasters like the earthquake in Haiti and Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico.
George Floyd and critical movements like Black Lives Matter.
Student deaths, environmental issues, and unsafe drinking water in Flint, Michigan, and Newark, New Jersey.
These moments and movements have thrown the world into chaos and also seen some of the best of humanity push through.
While these events contribute to our shared experiences, they do not define us, we define ourselves.
Everyone keeps calling these unprecedented times, and we have certainly faced disruption in our senior year.
We look forward to prom, to diplomas handed out,
to our last chance to take the stage or the court,
to cheering on our friends in person.
If I knew the day in March was going to be my last day in high school, I might have done some things differently.
But I don't look back with regret.
I look back fondly at all the opportunities I've been open to.
On acing the test,
winning the game,
landing the role,
giving my best always.
I look back with gratitude for all that the class of 2020 has accomplished. We've made it work, we've adapted, we've pushed through, we've been tenacious.
We have been isolated lately, but we have not been alone. Our friends, families, teachers, and college access programs have all been cheering us on and helping us move forward.
These days remind us, don't belittle the days of small beginnings.
We know what's coming is much better than what we've lost.
Being part of BEAM has taught me to speak up.
I learned that it's okay to ask questions. I learned that my voice matters.
My voice matters.
My voice matters.
My college access program gave me a safe space to voice my opinions. It has been my second home. The teachers, staff, and other students taught me how to engage in thoughtful, respectful debate.
The programs exposed me to people, ideas, and experiences that I didn't expect. It made me more aware of the world around me, from my neighborhood to New York City to countries around the world.
To those of us who are part of the college access programs being celebrated today, we have a lot in common.
As a result of our upbringings, our education, and our college access programs, we have taken ownership of our lives, found direction, made a plan, and put it into action.
We've learned to go after opportunities, to get out of our comfort zones.
We've learned and we're capable of so much.
I am capable, I am ready, and I am going to college.
I'm going to break down barriers, take my seat at the table, and show the world that underrepresented people are needed in every field in order to make a difference.
To make things better for everyone.
I will affect change.
I will listen to people that aren't being heard.
I will help. I will give back.
Comparison and self-doubt can be your worst enemy, but never give in.
You are capable. You're worthy. Your voice matters.
Your vote matters.
Chase opportunities and don't let them pass by. Help others and thank those who have helped you. Remember where you came from and never lose sight of where you're going. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to give a really special thank you to my mom and my dad who supported me every step of the way.
To my mom, my grandma, and my great-grandma.
You have cheered for me and picked me back up when I was down.
Thank you to my teachers who have worked so hard,
especially during social distancing, to make sure we stayed on track and completed our year.
You have taught me way more than what was in our textbooks.
Thank you to my friends for all the memories we've made and those we will make for years to come.
Thank you to Union Settlement.
University of Metropolitan New York.
Thank you, and a huge shout out to College Explorer.
Thank you to Let's Get Ready.
A really huge shout out to Harlem Educational Activities Fund.
Thank you to Street Squash.
Thank you to Dream Team.
Thank you to BEAM.
To the program staff, teachers,
volunteers, and supporters who made it possible for me to grow and learn.
You have been my second family.
Congratulations to the class of
2020.
We are ready to make our mark on the world.
How amazing are these young men and women we just heard from, and they speak not only for themselves, but representing the entire class of hundreds of seniors graduating from partner access, college access programs that they represent. Their poise, their presence, their collaboration, their maturity, their thoughtfulness, their reflections, they are genuinely inspiring to me, and they give me great hope for the future, because they are the future.
New Settlement Community Campus in the Bronx serves students, their families, and members of the surrounding community with a range of programs in health and nutrition, education, youth development, and the arts. 100% of the students who participated in one-to-one college advising were accepted into college and received over $3 million in financial aid.
Now we turn to another powerhouse of the National Football League, Super Bowl 25 MVP and a member of the NFL's exclusive 10,000-yard club, retired New York Giants great running back O.J. Anderson. O.J.?
Hello, Class 2020. This is Otis O.J. Anderson, former New York Giant and Super Bowl 25 MVP. You might not remember me, but I'm sure your parents do. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Coming out of high school, going to college, it is so exciting. But one thing that's going to come back to you, and you're going to laugh because you've been telling your parents for years, Mom, Dad, I am old enough. I can do this. I don't need you to wake me up. I don't need you to tell me I can do this and do that. Guess what? You're going to college, and mom and dad is not going to be there. You want independence, you're going to get independence. So my advice to you is have fun, be disciplined, but also be smart. This is the time of your life that you would never, ever forget. College is probably one of the most exciting places you can ever go to. I know I've been at it for a long time, but college ain't changed a whole lot. You still got to go to class. You still got to wake up every morning. You still got to do your own laundry. How about that one? Your own laundry. A lot of you guys probably don't know how to do that, but you probably need to learn. But just have fun. You're going to meet a lot of people, a lot of relationships, and just overall, be smart, be safe, have fun.
The Opportunity Network ignites the drive, curiosity, and agency of underrepresented students on their paths to and through college and into thriving careers, powered by our commitment to access and community. This year, 158 seniors together achieved an average of 6 acceptances each and are represented by 2 QB Match Scholars, 5 Posse Scholars, and 3 Macaulay Honors Scholars.
And now I'm pleased to introduce a former colleague. When I was a reporter, she worked right around the corner, literally. I was at ABC, and she was at WABC. Lori Stokes, she is now the co-host of Good Day New York on Channel 5, WNYW. But for a long time prior to that, she was well known as the co-anchor on Eyewitness News This Morning on WABC Channel 7. She's covered major news events around the world during her long career. She's won a Peabody Award. That is a very prestigious award, believe me, for her excellent September 11th coverage, and the Congressional Black Caucus Celebration of Leadership Award for her civic service and her status as a positive role model. Lori has been honored by the New York City Mayor's Office to combat domestic violence for her work and extensive community outrage on this important issue. Lori Stokes.
Congratulations to the 2020 graduating class of Harlem Educational Activities Fund. Think about the challenges that you were able to overcome. You had your lives disrupted and interrupted, and you made the adjustments flawlessly. You were focused, you were determined, you were diligent, you worked hard, and you showed how resilient you are. Today may not look like what you envisioned your graduation day to be, but don't allow that to take away from everything you achieved today. Bask in it, enjoy it, pat yourself on the back. I'm excited that 100% of you are going on to college, and we expect great things from you. You've proven you can overcome anything. And in this world, we really need you right now more than ever. We need you to make a difference. We need you to make us all better. I know it sounds like a lot, but you got this. Congratulations, graduating class of 2020.
Street Squash is a youth development program based in Harlem and Newark that leverages the sport of squash to unlock the academic and personal potential of hundreds of students. The Street Squash team is so proud of the 27 seniors in the class of 2020 who have been accepted to 90 different post-secondary institutions across more than 20 states.
Union Settlement has served East Harlem since 1895. More than 10,000 East Harlem residents of all ages participate in the organization's education, health, senior services, youth development, childcare, counseling, and economic development programs. The program staff celebrates Union Settlement's class of 2020 and congratulates them on their college decisions.
Ty Jones is the producing artistic director at the Classical Theater of Harlem, and kindly lends his voice to celebrate and also to encourage the students at the Partner College Access programs. NAACP and Obie Award winner, he assumed leadership of the Classical Theater of Harlem during a tumultuous time, always fun, right? Developing strategies to stabilize that iconic organization, to grow its donor base, very important, and to expand its programming and community-based initiatives. He's an acclaimed actor with a breadth and a depth ranging from roles on Broadway to the American Shakespeare Theater Company to film and television, including his broadly recognized role as Jerry Donovan, you've probably seen it, on the gripping and excellent series Power. Ty Jones has some really solid advice for the high school seniors graduating this spring.
Hi, my name is Ty Jones. I'm a graduate of the Professional Theater Training Program at the University of Delaware. I'm an actor, and I'm also the producing artistic director of the Classical Theater of Harlem. Well, here we are. Commencement is about new beginnings. You now have a chance to master your world. The key to mastery is knowledge. Knowledge gained through real-world experience. So travel. When possible, live in a different country. Learn other languages. Now, remember this. Gaining knowledge so that you can be right is knowledge lost. So gain knowledge with the knowledge that there is always more to learn. Congratulations, class of 2020.
We've had a really great program so far with some advice and wisdom and support from some pretty amazing leaders. And don't forget to add your support and your advice on Twitter or Instagram or both. Remember to use the hashtags DecisionDone and CollegeBound, or visit to www.collegedecisionday.com to post your message directly on the website. Just scroll down. It'll be obvious where to do it. It is now my pleasure to introduce our favorite astrophysicist. He's actually the only astrophysicist I know, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was born and raised in New York City, growing up and going to the New York City public high school system. A graduate of the Bronx High School of Science, he went on to Harvard College, where he earned a BA in physics, and later a Ph.D. in astrophysics from Columbia University. He's head of the Hayden Planetarium and a research associate with the Department of Astrophysics at the American Museum of Natural History. This guy has quite a resume. I could go on and on and on. I'll just give you a little bit more. He's a recipient of the NASA Distinguished Public Service Medal and has served on presidential commissions on the future of the U.S. aerospace industry and implementing U.S. space exploration policy, Moon, Mars, and beyond. This guy is very, very accomplished, very smart, and very wise. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Hey everybody, Neil deGrasse Tyson here, your personal astrophysicist. But it occurred to me you might know other astrophysicists, so maybe I'm not your personal one. You might have some others. Okay, I can handle that. First of all, congratulations. Getting out of high school, going to college. And I thought, what words of wisdom might I be able to share with you? Because, yeah, I'd been to college, but it was many, many years ago. And here's what I can tell you. Try not to think of college as some launch point for your life. It is kind of that, but I want to put some nuance on that. No matter what you major in, often we think of, by the time I graduate, I majored in it, I'll be an expert, I'll have this body of knowledge that I carry with me into life. But that won't be the most important part of what college does for you. For me, and I hope for you, college trains you how to learn. So it's not so much what you know, but how you think. That's what you're going to need going forward, because what goes on in the world changes. You have to be adaptable to that. You have to learn new things, be intellectually nimble. So as you go through college, you get good scores on your exams because you memorized stuff. At the end of the day, while that has some importance in your life, What will have more importance is your ability to think in ways you've never thought before and carry that in for the rest of your life. College is not the beginning of the end. No. It's really the end of the beginning.
And now to end on a truly high note, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Vi Higginson's Sing Harlem Choir with a very special arrangement that they put together just for this virtual event. Vi Higginson, of course, is a noted author, playwright, radio and television personality. She has earned and won accolades and awards throughout her career. She co-wrote, produced, and directed the classic black gospel musical, Mama, I Want to Sing. She currently writes and produces, very, very busy woman, for the Emmy Award-winning Mama Foundation for the Arts in Harlem. Please enjoy.
It's College Decision Day. My name is Amaya Noel Higginson, director of Harlem's own Sing Harlem Choir. And today, Sing Harlem is especially excited to share with you in this very special moment. Congratulations.
It's easy because you're beautiful.